Welcome to Extraordinary League, an actual play RPG podcast brought to you by Smash Fiction. I'm Dan Mulkerin, your game master. Playing Stitch is Kit Mulkerin.
Guama Chiki.
Leave my mother out of this. Playing Mordin Solus is Colin Mulkerin.
He is the very model of a role-playing Mulkerian. He owns so many RPGs, he is a librarian or something, I don't know.
Alright, let's try this one more time. Playing Mordin Solus is Colin Mulkerin.
Dan, how can I help?
Playing Dante Sparda is Liz Logan.
Well, I had a really good joke plan too, but Colin totally ruined the flow of it, so...
Okay, blame it on him.
Can we use that? Is this going to be the gag reel?
We're moving on.
Hi!
Miles
I'm
will fix
Liz.
it later.
Playing Dante. Woo!
Woo!
Playing Dante!
Dante!
We're a mess.
Playing Sterling Archer is Miles Schneiderman.
My three biggest fears are Dan Mulkerin, game masters named Dan Mulkerin, and brain aneurysms.
Also brain embolisms. All right. So previously, you all went to a world and arrived in an area known as Jurassic Park. You were in search of 3 wayward League members who had gone missing in search of some thing that the Phyrexian seemed to be interested in this world. When you arrived, you discovered that they had been betrayed by the very League member who pointed you in their direction, Demona. The 3 League members, Lara Croft, Zero, and Roland Deschain, you helped to get back onto their feet and decided that you needed to find out what the Phyrexians are after and then book it to the extraction point so that you can get back to Castle Grayskull before Demona gets up to any mischief or nastiness.
That was my plan, that was all me.
Yes, all Archer. All hail the Glow Cloud.
Totally forgot Lara Croft was in our party. My eyes have dialed in.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. So the 4 of you, along with those 3 new allies and the velociraptor that Stitch is currently steering with a long-handled ladle.
If there's like a better thing to control an animal with by the mouth than a ladle, hopefully Stitch will have found it.
What could be better than a ladle, though?
Is there like rope or maybe like a fallen When Dinosaurs Ruled sign somewhere around?
Yeah, there's a in the kind of entrance hall. There's a fallen When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth banner. There's also just like in the computer room that you guys are in, some extension cords and that sort of thing if you wanted to, try to fashion a harness or a bit and bridle.
I'm gonna make something a little more appropriate.
Out of what?
Clearly
Probably
the banner's the way to go. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
Maybe the banner's just gonna be like decoration. It's gonna go across the chest of the velociraptor.
Is it gonna be like a flag that trails behind him, like a samurai, one of those really tall flags? That,
Fuck yes. Fuck yes, Colin.
I also love the fact that banner is like 50 feet long. So
Oh yeah, but we're using extension cord for the actual the harness and such.
okay, sounds good.
I just want to go on the record and say that I'm still very much in favor of the ladle.
Well, the ladle is my weapon now.
I'm sorry, the ladle.
It's a ladle, Miles.
It's
Waddle?
not
Waddle?
actually. It's not even a little bit.
So
Noodle.
you finished gathering up what supplies the other League members had strewn around this control center. Zero, as you all are gathering your gear together, says, I happened to come upon a motor pool elsewhere in this facility when I was scouting around. There should hopefully be a vehicle suitable for transporting us.
I'm gonna start poking his cheek with my forefinger.
Okay.
Is it like how like soft is it? Does it feel like normal flesh or is it like hard?
I'm going to say it feels slightly rubbery.
Slightly rubbery?
Yeah. He looks at you and says, has my epidermal layer suffered more damage than I anticipated?
No, it appeared to be some sort of organic compound from a distance. Disappointing. Less advanced than I thought.
Oh, sick burn.
Ouch.
I just show us this motor pool.
The Terminator may not have had feelings, but Zero is way more advanced.
Don't mind him, he's a tool. An omni-tool.
Jesus.
So you depart the computer room and you make a quick and quiet journey through the silent halls of the visitor's center. Are you guys planning on heading to the motor pool that Zero discovered?
Yeah.
All right.
We have a Jeep out back too. That's probably like fallen apart and has 1
smells
to
like
0
carcass.
seats in it, I believe.
I mean, you
Yeah,
guys
we
can
need to
take
move
that Jeep if
quickly.
you want. You know, it's
Yeah.
that's
I recommend we take the Lamborghini.
the Jurassic Park branded Lamborghini.
Well, yeah, it'll obviously be the fastest one there.
It was an advertising deal. Come on.
You open the metal door and step into a long, low concrete garage. There's more of those Jeeps, like of the type that you arrived here in. There's pickup trucks. There's smaller off-road motorbikes. There's what looks like a sturdy armored vehicle, clearly intended for transporting animals. So you guys kind of have your pick of whatever vehicle or vehicles you wish to take for your expedition through the jungle.
I instantly
Anybody
hop on a
gets on-
motorcycle.
God damn it. I was about to say, if anyone gets on one of those bikes, you suck.
Immediately. In fact, I like shove Archer, and I just do it so hard, he just kind of goes boom, right into the wall. Oh yes.
I say to Dante, I say,
Oh, look at you, looking like the major player in the worst of the movies.
the engine on this vehicle appears to have very little muffling. If we wish to make a stealthy approach,
I get the ignition in, and I just start revving it constantly, like as you're trying to talk. In fact, like I start like skidding it so the exhaust is like facing right at you.
making donuts. I think either the big heavy armored thing, or a pickup truck. Because I mean, do we have any like, Gatling gun on the back of a pickup truck isn't like my favorite thing ever. But I don't know if we. So maybe the armored one.
Yeah, just wait until you guys travel to Mad Max. That'll be...
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Okay, so Mordin is wanting to ride in the armored vehicle. I will point out that, you know, there's 8 of you guys, so
Yeah.
you can very easily take more than one vehicle if you wish. So it's kind of up to you.
And there's more than 2 motorbikes, Archer. Hop on one.
No, I'm good.
You don't want to go in the danger zone with me?
Oh. Oh, now you gone and done it. All right, fuck it. I'm commandeering this motorbike.
I'm just sitting patiently in the driver's seat of the armored car, waiting for more people to get in.
All right, so I will say that the NPCs will probably be joining Mordin in the armored truck. Stitch, where
Lara
you,
Croft is on the back of mine. That's obvious.
Stitch has the quietest, perhaps most knowledgeable of this island vehicle.
Okay, so
Right
you're,
underneath him.
so you're sticking with your current vehicle?
Yes.
Somehow I had a feeling that was going to be the case.
I'm going to turn to the other people in the car. Do any of you have experience operating one of these sorts of vehicles?
Lara Croft says, I put in quite a few hours behind the wheel of many sorts of vehicles. I should serve as an adequate driver if need be.
I'm gonna. Yep, I'm going to get out of her way and allow her to drive. So.
All right, so she will be driving the armored vehicle.
Yeah.
So there's 4 NPCs, and there's 4 of you. So just in case, you know, something combative or unexpected happens.
I mean, I don't know why it would.
No. I mean, it's probably not going to happen. I think each of you guys should choose an NPC to direct. So it is up to you as to which ones you want to control.
I call
Croft.
Roland.
I got Croft.
0.
Who's left?
The Raptor.
Oh. Well, duh.
That was 100% what I predicted it was going to be.
We all got our first choice.
Yeah, that was seriously easy. We should do that again.
The big overhead metal door slides open, revealing the jungle beyond. The 2 motorbikes and the 1 armored vehicle roll out and begin to orient yourselves in the direction of where the DDC is pointing to. Each of you go ahead and give me an intuition check or enhanced senses if you have it.
I do not have enhanced senses.
I somehow didn't think
I had to look at my character sheet to confirm that, by the way.
he has like X-ray vision or something, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I heard a
see.
white from Mordin.
You are correct.
Yeah, I got a 6. That's a way.
All right. You're too busy doing donuts still.
Oh man.
I beat you, Liz. I got a 2.
Oh.
Yep, the 2 donut
Oh
doers.
shit! I need a fucking.
Does that mean that Archer did a better donut?
Aw.
All right, so Stitch got a green, and the Raptor got a yellow.
Oh, I just needed you to roll for your character, not for the NPC.
Well, too
But
bad.
okay,
Too
so
bad.
Stitch gets a green.
She is a conscious being.
As Mordin is, trying to get comfortable in his seat in the armored vehicle, and as both Archer and Dante are trying and failing to do some sick wheelies on their motorbikes.
Woolies.
Stitch, you happen to notice flickers of orange light coming from the edge of the jungle. Looking more closely, you can see that there's several strange creatures watching you. So their general silhouette is similar to a predatory cat, like a jaguar, but there's no skin or muscle to speak of. Their bodies are skeletal and made out of a rust-red metal. They have claws at the end of all 4 legs that have been lengthened to a grotesque degree. The source of the light that you saw comes from a large glowing crystal embedded within their rib cages, which gives their features an even more hellish look to them. You've never seen this before, but the look is unmistakably Phyrexian.
Is Stitch the only one who saw this?
Yes, you are the only one who saw this. I mean, maybe your raptor noticed something.
And you said they were like in the...
They're in the jungle watching you.
Oh. Stitch like lowers his ears, like points his little finger toward them and immediately yells, "Hey, those guys!" Just alerting everyone to their presence.
What guys? What like jungle people?
He's like frantically
are they...
pointing at the bushes.
I don't see anything. Do they have bones in their noses?
So as you point them out, Stitch, they turn and begin to bound into the jungle with terrific speed. Lara Croft, from behind the wheel, looks up and sees the orange glow disappearing into the jungle and says, "Slash Panthers! They must be scouts. They'll report us back to the main Phyrexian force."
I think Zero fought Slash Panther at one point.
Yeah, right.
Slash Panthers? Really? Slash Panthers.
Isn't that a guy in Mega Man X3, Dan?
In Mega Man X3?
I think there's a
think
Slash Panther in Mega Man X3.
So.
Hold
That's a
on.
good question, though.
Can I
Hold
just
on.
yell?
No one go anywhere.
This
Well,
is
this is
super important.
While she says that, can I just yell, "Who said my bedroom name?"
Dante, you can get 10 karma for that.
Bedroom name? Who fucking calls it that?
Oh, I think I was thinking of Neon Tiger.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Slash Panther. Okay, so Stitch yaws
I love
his,
that name.
at hearing what Croft says, Stitch yaws his raptor and they go bounding after.
Yeah, Roland.
I'm sorry, you yaw your raptor? Yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Well, then why are you
Ah,
questioning it?
bitch, ah.
Because I've never heard that used as a verb.
Communication success.
You're welcome.
Roland draws the gun that Archer gave him and says, "They're not going to report anything if they're dead."
Yeah.
Did you ask me to roll something?
No,
No, okay.
no, I did
All
not.
right, well, I'm yawning.
All right, so
Bye.
Stitch immediately gives chase to the fleeing Phyrexian creatures. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, I'm following that little blue ball for...
Yeah, I tell Laura to start driving.
All right, she guns it.
I should make sure that we don't accidentally hurt the natives that they must have said, they're from a backwards culture. It's not their fault. We don't want to be racist.
Yes, person who said, "Do they have bones in their noses?" Does not want to be racist.
I'm just imagining Archer.
Hi, Sterling Archer. How you doing?
I'm imagining Archer saying this as he's like trying to right his bike, which he somehow laid down in the parking lot, basically. Let's roll some initiative as you guys are chasing after the Slash Panthers, and roll for your NPCs as well. Okay, Stitch.
Stitch got a 7, but the raptor only got a 1.
Okay.
And I'm riding it, so.
Okay. Mordin.
Mordin got a 12, and
Okay.
Zero got a 7.
All right. Dante.
I got an 8, Lara got a 9.
And Archer.
Holy shit, I didn't roll terrible initiative. All right, Roland's intuition is...
Roland has incredible, so that means he gets +4.
Right. Well, he got a 6.
Okay.
I got a 7.
And
Or no, an 8.
okay. Who has the better intuition between Dante and Archer?
Probably Dante.
I have
Probably.
excellent.
Yeah, that's better than me.
Okay. Mordin, you are up first. What do you do?
What can I do from my current position? How close am I to the Panthers?
They're a pretty good distance off, and they're kind of through brush. So you could try taking a shot at them right now. You'd be at a penalty. Alternatively, you can wait until Laura's turn because she's driving your vehicle. And if she can successfully make a vehicles check, then she can presumably position the vehicle so that you'd have a clearer shot. It's up to you.
I want to use Incinerate on some of the vegetation in front of them to make a little fire to try to cut off what path I think they're going to take to force them to maybe come closer towards us or have to backtrack or something like that.
Okay, that's an interesting idea. Make a reason check to see if you can place it well.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. I got a red.
Very nice. So, leaning out the window of this vehicle, you let loose a blast of carefully aimed fire, which streaks through the trees and the bushes and eventually detonates directly in front of the Slash Panthers. They have to skid to a halt, their claws digging into the jungle floor, and they spend a few seconds sort of recalibrating in their heads before they turn and begin to run at a 90-degree angle to where they were going before. This will actually give you guys a much easier time of trying to pursue them this round.
Cool.
So it is Lara's turn. As I mentioned earlier, because Lara's in control of a vehicle, she's going to have to make an agility roll with a bonus for vehicles in order to keep pace and continue to pursue these things.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Green.
The big armored truck doesn't handle particularly well, but thankfully it's also big enough that it can sort of just run over fallen trees and underbrush and that sort of thing. So it's making not a particularly quick path through the jungle, but more or less a straight line. So she's managing to keep pace reasonably well. It is Dante's turn.
I want to drive my motorcycle right up alongside one of them.
Okay, let's see you make an agility check with a bonus for vehicles.
Okay. I'm just barely making these yellow.
Yeah, so you actually managed to cut pretty close to these things. You're not within range of your sword yet, but you've managed to cut the distance in between you pretty considerably.
Do I notice how many there are?
There are 4 of them.
Okay.
Archer, it is your turn.
I am gonna chase one down on my motorcycle.
All right, give me agility with a bonus for vehicles.
I have that bonus. So what is that, +1? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Agility is awesome, as are all my stats.
I was
All right,
aware
and
that
that's-
was one of the ranks. Is that one of the columns?
that's just a red
AW?
pillar.
It's only for Archer.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a solid yellow.
Very nice. So you're actually right alongside Dante. The two of you have, all that donut practice has really given you guys the edge you need for this chase.
Well, at the beginning we were kind of like, trying to outcock each other and just, fucking around, trying to impress the British girl. But, now, I mean, don't worry, dude. You can have her.
Thanks,
it's all right.
Kit.
Yeah, I got you, Liz.
Miles, I don't know how like seriously or literally you meant by outcock each other, but really, like, however way you meant it, I think is entirely appropriate.
I meant out penis.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Stitch, it is your turn.
He's hot on the trail. He's gonna try to get all up on them. Unless the raptor, I have to wait for the raptor's initiative.
If you want to attack, then yes, you'll have to wait for your raptor to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
Unless you have like a clever way of attacking them at range.
Clever girl.
Yes.
I don't want to lose my ladle, so I don't want to throw it yet.
You have to pick the right time to throw the little.
Okay,
That's
so
a little.
So Stitch will be on
more
hold.
like a medium.
It is Zero's turn.
Yay! Yay! 0. Yay! 0. Okay, hold on.
I'm so glad I was able to do this for you, Colin. It's such a constant source of joy, it seems like.
I like 0. I like Mega Man X a lot.
Zero's great.
Oh man, 0 should have ridden a motorcycle. 0's all about riding motorcycles. That's like his
true.
jam. All right, he's gonna jump on.
He's missing a hand right now, so I don't know how good he would be at doing that.
That's fair. He'll just jump on the back of Archer's motorcycle and throw him off, and then he can ride instead. No, he's gonna take a few shots at the nearest raptor with his Z-Buster.
Okay.
Probably one that Archer and Dante are not already dealing with, if possible.
Wait, a raptor?
I'm sorry,
Panthers.
Panthers. I just assume.
Oh, okay.
I just assume we're always fighting raptors. I just totally.
I was
spaced out
like,
and-
did I miss something? Are we the raptors now?
Yes,
Let's
he
go
shoots. He shoots Stitch's raptor. No, I'm sorry. I just brain fart. Shoot the Panthers.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Ooh yeah, red. I'm doing really well. I like this die.
Now, as I recall, his Z-Buster gets 3 attacks per round.
Yeah. So do I shoot 3 times?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the first one hits, I imagine. The second one gets a white. And the third shot is a green.
Okay. All right, the energy pellets leap from the end of his cannon, and 2 of them slam into one of the Panthers, who stumbles a few steps but keeps running.
Cool.
It is Roland's turn.
Okay, he will fire.
Okay, sounds good. He leans out of another window and lines up the borrowed gun. There's 4 possible targets for him. There's the one that Zero just hit, and then there's 3 untouched Slash Panthers.
The one that Zero just hit is still going?
Yes.
I'll go for that one.
Okay.
Green.
Okay, and the damage on that is...
green. 14.
Okay, cool. All right, the Panther takes another hit. There's some pieces missing from it now, but it's still moving. And finally, it is Stitch's Raptor's turn.
All right, let's get all up on them.
All right, cool. So your Raptor is going to have to make an agility check.
Okay. This Raptor rolled a 99, so I think she's
Hot
good.
damn. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, so...
I think she wants to eat some metal fucking
So
things.
Dante and Archer, you guys see Stitch riding a raptor past you guys, bearing down on the Slash Panthers. Stitch, you are not close enough to make a melee attack yet, but you are really close to doing so.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right, so
Stitch, are you gonna make it your goal to before we leave to like ride every single dinosaur on the island out of curiosity?
We'd have to run into more of those Dilophosaurus?
yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
you
happen.
missed your chance with that one. I mean,
Yeah,
I
was in a bag, I remember, at one point, Dante.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're not going to be able to catch them all.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so
I'm not the very best.
the Slash Panthers had to change course, and so as a result, they end up heading towards a rougher area of the forest. It's dominated by these uneven, rocky uplifts and gorges, so the terrain is really unpredictable and treacherous. The Panthers begin to, leap among the uneven terrain as best they're able to. But those of you in command of vehicles are going to have a slightly tougher time keeping pace with them. Mordin, it is your turn.
Okay.
Fuck that shit. I'm Sterling Archer.
Fair point.
Dang, I can't incinerate again. I was gonna say now's a really good time to want to redirect their course.
Yeah, you're still cooling down though.
Yeah, I was gonna I'll just cryoblast. Oh wait, no, I can't do any powers. I guess I'll just take a shot at the one that Zero and Roland have already hit with my hand cannon.
Cool.
Green.
Very good. And the damage on your hand cannon again?
I think it's 20. Let me double check.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, 20 damage.
Cool. Yeah, you managed to shoot like a few of its ribs off, and they land smoking away. This thing is slowing down noticeably, but still moving. It is Lara's turn.
Yeah, can she run over one of these things?
She can try, but you're not in command of her.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm in the same car as her. I keep thinking that sorry, my bad.
Yep.
I want to maneuver her, try to get next to me as Dante, and
Of course
just get
you do.
as close as possible. And I'm being serious right now. I wasn't even thinking that,
Okay. All right.
but
If you say so.
there's something, there's a setup going on here.
All right. Go ahead and give me some agility for Lara.
Oh, she just rolled a 98.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going to say that's a red.
Yeah, you guys are going down kind of a narrow area right now.
Not if it's poor or feeble or shift 0.
Yeah, Lara Croft with her feeble agility.
Hey, man.
Have you listened to the Indiana Jones episode?
Exactly.
So, you guys are in a narrow area where you're trying to kind of drive in between these two cliffs, and there's not enough space for the armored vehicle. So she basically ends up driving it kind of partially on its side, where one side of the wheels is up against the wall.
Oh my god.
So it's not completely on its side. It's more like diagonal, but it's...
Who told her she could use cheat codes?
Dante, it is your turn.
Okay, so as we're going along, what I want to do is pull up my front end for a dank woolly and rev it super hard. And as that's happening, I want to jump off the pegs, throw the bike forward onto one of the Panthers as I'm in the air trying to get next to my babe, Lara Croft. I want to shoot it so it explodes and blows up one of the Panthers.
That is the most Dante shit that you've done yet.
Wow.
Or in theory, I suppose.
Which panther are you targeting with this interesting attack?
Whichever one is closest.
Okay, I'll say it's the one that everyone else has been targeting. And actually, if you manage to blow up your bike, I imagine you'd probably catch a couple of them in the blast. Okay,
Karma.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say make a. Ah, gosh. Man, I don't know
Agility?
if this is I don't know if this is a strength thing or an agility thing. I'm gonna say it's an agility thing. Yeah, go ahead and make an agility roll. I'll give you a bonus for both vehicles and guns, but I'll also give you. I think I'm gonna give you a minus. No, I don't want to give you a penalty. This is really cool. You can get a bonus for both vehicles and guns.
Yes. Yes.
I want to incentivize you guys to do cool things. So.
Big winner. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna spend enough karma to just bring it to a 100. I rolled a 70.
Okay, so you spend 30
You
karma.
know, all you have to do is get it to a red, right?
It's better if it's a 100.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Jeez, Miles. I didn't think I have to explain these things to you.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not on my game tonight.
It certainly is better. Dante launches his bike at the Panthers and, with a well-placed bullet, explodes it. One of the Panthers falls as a charred and smoking corpse. The other two are only charred and smoking, but looking closer to being corpses than they did a hot second ago. Dante, you are currently airborne. Why don't you give me an agility roll to see if you can land on the top of the truck?
Okay.
Mordin is currently thinking about the fact that gasoline tanks of vehicles aren't supposed to explode when you shoot them with bullets, and this doesn't really seem to make sense given his current understanding of the laws of science, but whatever.
Well, I mean, I think the amount of muscle power that Dante is demonstrating also, defies certain laws of physics.
That's true. So his bullets are half demon as well?
Yes. Actually, that 100% sounds like a Dante thing.
Yeah.
Got a yellow.
Excellent. Yeah, you not only land on top of the armored vehicle, you make it look really cool when you do so.
Oh.
Archer, it is your turn.
What happened to the Panthers? Did they die? All
No,
of
so
them?
one of them got
They all got shot by the cops.
too soon. One of them got killed. Two of the remaining three were caught in the explosion and seriously hurt.
Cool. All right.
So, Archer, when you are ready.
So 3 of them are seriously hurt?
Two of them are seriously hurt. Two of the remaining three.
2 of the remaining 3. All right, I want to run one of those ones over with my motorcycle. Can I do that?
You may. Give me a agility vehicles check, but at a -2 because
So-
you're not only trying to keep up with them, you're trying to overtake one.
That is a green.
Yeah, you managed to basically catch up with the one trailing and hit it with your bike.
So wait. So okay, I'm probably the only person who remembers this, but it's the spirit of Smash Fiction and League. In the spirit of Smash Fiction and League, so the 1987 Transformers movie.
Yeah, I think you're the only one here who remembers that.
Yeah, so there's this great bit where one of the Transformers is they're trying to get into their base or whatever, but the Insecticons are in their way, so they leap over them in their car forms, and one of the tires just crunches the one Insecticon's head. I want to do that.
Okay, great. Wasn't that Orson Welles' final movie?
It was.
Yup.
That's so weird. Anyway,
87.
yeah.
Wow, I was
I
-1.
believe so.
I was -1 years old.
God, fuck you, young people.
Okay, so Archer manages to tag one of the Panthers with his motorcycle quite hard. The Panther is faltering and looks like it's about to give out, but is still running. It is Zero's turn.
Shoot the one that just got whacked.
Okay.
Red, white, and yellow.
Excellent. In a flurry of energy bursts, the second Slash Panther drops, leaving 2 to go.
All right.
And it is Roland's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, Roland is an NPC, and therefore will shoot.
Okay.
He doesn't get to do creative things.
No. It's Roland Deschain. He does not do creative things. He shoots his gun.
Slings guns and he slings them well.
That's right. One of the damaged ones. I guess the last damaged one,
Yeah,
right?
there's only one damaged one left.
Yeah.
God gave me a gift. I sling well. I sling very
Yeah.
well.
All right, well, that is a yellow.
Excellent. Would Roland like to hit them anywhere in particular?
In the face.
All right, so he's chasing after it. So I'm gonna say he ricochets the bullet.
How about the back of the head?
Okay, there you go.
How about the back of the head?
The face via the back of the head first.
Dan,
That's
did you say he's
He's gonna hit the face. It's just gonna go through the back of the head
Right.
first.
Dan,
Right.
I was gonna say, did you say that it ricochets off the fourth wall?
I was gonna say the rock wall, but sure.
Oh,
that
the
works.
rock wall. I heard the fourth wall. So
All right, the panther is not instantly killed, but does take a there's a pretty considerable chunk taken out of its head. A non-essential part, but a considerable part nonetheless. It is the raptor's turn.
All right. Wait, did Stitch go this time around?
No, because you were on hold last time, so you bumped your initiative down.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the raptor's gonna attempt. Well, is the raptor close enough to attempt a thing on them? Has it caught up?
Well, you're gonna have to make an agility check to see if you can catch up to them.
Okay.
Your raptor is really close to them right now.
Okay, another agility. Gotcha. No go for the raptor.
What did you get?
White.
Okay, so you actually start dropping back. The raptor is losing ground.
All the explosions and shit.
Yeah. There's still some training to do with this one, clearly. Stitch, do you want to do anything in particular?
Yes. In the meanwhile, Stitch has been shaping his ladle into a boomerang shape. He's been crushing it down,
Sure.
and he's gonna fucking throw this super sharp boomerang ladle
Okay.
at one of them.
So this is a thrown weapon, so you get to roll your strength for this one.
Yeah.
Do you want to go for the injured one or the fresh one?
Yeah, the injured one.
Okay.
Fuck him. Oh man. Apparently ladles don't turn into boomerangs very well.
Who knew?
Yeah, it's a white.
Okay, make an agility check to see if you can catch the boomerang. Not as it turns around in midair, but as it's bouncing off of the canyon walls.
Okay. I got a green.
All right, yeah, I'll say you catch the ladle.
All right, at
but
least the ladle is
but
not
you don't
lost.
catch a panther with it.
Oh.
At this point, the panthers and the various vehicles pursuing them burst out of the jungle and into a field of gently rolling hills. You can see up ahead, wandering through this field, is a pack of long-necked dinosaurs the size of buildings. They're moving slowly with this. Exactly. It's very majestic. But the remaining two Slash Panthers, they make a beeline for them, and they start to weave in between their legs, sort of leading you through them. And as they do so, they're starting to nip and claw at some of them. And so the dinosaurs are beginning to rear up and stamp around in a panic. So this is suddenly a little bit of an obstacle course for those of you behind the wheel.
Gotta admit, I'm kind of having a flashback here.
Of-
Last time we had stampeding dinosaurs, it was not it's not a good thing for me.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Just saying, it's slowly crawling up the list of biggest fears is stampeding dinosaurs.
Normally it wouldn't be a problem, but
Mordin, it is your turn.
Laura goes right after me, correct?
Correct.
I will turn to her, controlled by, I guess, Liz right now, and say, I'd like to take one alive. Can you get me close enough so that I can neural shock one?
She looks at you from over her round sunglasses and says, are you talking about the dinosaurs or the panthers?
The Panthers.
She grits her teeth, looks back through the front windshield and says, I'll do my best. So do you want to hold for her to get close enough for you to hit them with a neural shock?
Yes.
Okay. So Mordin is on hold. It is Lara's turn.
I want to continue maneuvering closer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
Sorry, didn't happen. I may have crashed, but hopefully
All right.
not.
Yeah, so in Lara's haste to get close enough to the panther for Mordin to shock it, she ends up running into one of the giant feet of these dinosaurs. The armored vehicle takes it well enough. There's not a whole lot of damage to it, but it does immediately change its trajectory and begins spinning off in a very unpleasant fashion. Everyone who's in this vehicle is going to have to make an endurance check for me. So that's Lara, Mordin, Roland, and Zero.
fucking Dan, you love your chase scenes.
I love chase scenes. They're the best.
Green.
I'm all about them. I can never make them work, like, logistically. My players always find out a way to not have a chase, and it makes me sad. I, like, try to set up, like, oh, we'll just do this. And I'm like, oh, now there's no chase.
Roland got a white.
Okay.
Mordin got a green. Zero got a yellow.
Okay, cool. So Roland is dashed up against the inside of the vehicle and ends up a little rattled. So he's going to be stunned this turn. Everyone else can act, but the crash has put you guys behind. So if you're going to try to hit any of the Panthers, you're going to be at a penalty to do so. So Mordin, you are still on hold if you wish to go now.
What can I hit them with?
You could hit them with your guns for sure. I'd say you could probably try to target them with Cryoblast or Incinerate, but I'd give them a bonus to save against those.
Yeah, I'll incinerate the one that's injured.
Okay, cool. So yeah, roll for Incinerate. You're going to be at -2 because of the distance.
Okay. Yeah, with the penalty, it knocks it down to a green. But
okay. Well, if the dinosaurs weren't happy about the panthers running through them, they are really not happy about this comet that comes flying through them. They start getting flashbacks from their ancestors. But thankfully, your fireball manages to catch the injured Slash Panther and reduce it to ash. There is one left, and it is Dante's turn. Oh, Dante, you were on top of the armored vehicle. I forgot about that. You don't have to
I rolled for both of them. They both got greens.
Oh, well, Dante doesn't have to make an endurance check, because Dante is flying off this thing. So roll me an agility check.
Land on a panther. Land on a panther.
I rolled a 99.
Okay. Dante, I will give you 3 options. You may land on one of your friend's vehicles, so either on a raptor or a motorbike. You may land on a dinosaur, or you may land on a panther.
I don't think a panther would be very comfortable, and I want to show Stitch up and Archer up, so dinosaur.
Okay. So Dante, you land on top of an apatosaurus.
You are way up there.
I can settle for that. That's good.
So
can
that's
I surf on its neck?
Well, that's where you're starting your turn. So you can spend your turn doing whatever you want.
Oh, dear Lord. Is the apatosaurus running?
It's kind of freaking out a little bit, but it's not running necessarily.
Okay, I'm going to say that I landed on top of its like back, and its neck is kind of like down low because it's moving sort of quickly. So I want to slide from its top to like its head, and then like grab to its head and just like start petting it and be like, "It's okay, we can do this," and like sing into it, and it's all good. And then I'm gonna pull out
Phrasing.
shit. This is so wrong. I'm trying to think of another kitchen utensil equivalent to a ladle.
Spatula?
Yeah, we'll say my trusty spatula that I pull out of Pandora's box.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it in its mouth.
Pandora's box? What is going on?
That's one of my weapons. Don't
They can make spatulas?
You don't have Pandora's box yet. That's on your advancement list.
Well, Pandora's box put it in my coat pocket, so when it's there.
Okay.
So it's in the dinosaur's mouth now.
You just have a
All right.
that dinosaur can eat a spatula. Just swallow it whole.
Dante, make a psyche roll for me.
Oh God.
Can you even get your arms around a apatosaurus's head to put that in?
Sure.
Oh, that's a good question. Their heads are pretty small.
I mean, compared to the size of their body, maybe.
Yeah.
Not in an absolute sense.
I'm looking at like a comparison here.
Green.
Okay, so the dinosaur looks confused, but it's also stopped freaking out. So, yay?
Great.
Archer, it is your turn. There's one panther left. And you are having to weave through these the legs of these panicked creatures.
Yeah, I will do that, and then I'll shoot it in the fucking knee.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your agility vehicles roll.
That's a yellow.
Excellent. You can go ahead and make a shooting roll if you want with no penalty.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna roll that again because it landed on the side. Haven't seen that happen with a D10 before.
Yeah, that's a rare one.
That is another yellow.
You bullseye it, so you hit it right in the knee. This thing is much, much slower all of a sudden. Which gun were you using?
I believe I was using one of the pistols because I'm assuming I have to steer.
Yeah, probably a one-handed weapon is the way to
I
go.
gave one of my pistols to Roland.
Okay,
so,
what's the damage on that?
it is 10.
Okay. Yeah, so this one of its knees blows out, so it's now running on 3 legs. It's still reasonably fast, but it's definitely nowhere near as fast as it was before. It is Zero's turn. Zero, I will remind you, is still far back in the damaged and stopped armored vehicle.
Yeah. I guess he'll lean out and try to take a shot at the Panther's legs in a manner that Archer did as well.
That's going to be a tough shot to make at this distance. But
well, I mean, I don't really see what other options he has in this tiny. He can't run as fast as. Has he been on Archer's back before? Because he can teleport to somewhere he's been before.
No, he's never. He's never piggybacked on Archer's
Okay.
Archer.
Wait, what are you doing?
No.
What's happening?
Zero can teleport to locations he's been before. I didn't know if Archer had given him piggybacks in the past.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, I guess he'll take a shot at the Panther.
Okay. Yeah, so you can make your 3 attack rolls, but just keep in mind that they're all at -2.
-2. Okay. All right. I got a white, and a yellow.
Okay. So you actually do manage to bullseye its knee from this distance.
Sweet.
By this point, this thing is down 2 knees. So it's kind of like almost to the other side of this field that you guys emerged out into, and it was almost heading into the forest, but now it's just sort of like dragging itself along, and seems like it's just about ready to turn and start fighting you guys. That brings us to, okay, Roland is still stunned, so it is the raptor's turn.
All right. This raptor's gonna. She fell back a little bit.
Yes.
She? Okay. So does she still have to try and catch up, even though this thing is a quadruped 2 knees down?
Yes, because there's just distance to cover.
All right. Oh, come the fuck on. These dice are still giving me shit, Dan. She got a white.
Okay.
I'm guessing the numerous apatosauruses stomping around is not like a place that raptors like to hang out.
That is correct, because one of them kicks your raptor.
No.
Oh no!
That's like kicking a dog.
Yeah. So Stitch, you and
It's
your
exactly
raptor.
the same.
Stitch, you and your raptor each take 40 damage.
Oh shit.
Ignore the fact that we killed several raptors earlier.
So many raptors.
But we know this one.
Well, hey, dude, come on. They were all up in the kitchen.
They were. They did not belong in that kitchen.
No, not at all.
Oh, he has body armor, right? So okay,
Yes.
he only takes 20.
And Stitch, it is your turn when you are ready.
Okay. What's on now?
Is this apatosaurus now public enemy number 1?
Stitch swears eternal revenge against the apatosaurus, which she will inflict by calling it Brontosaurus from now on.
Oh no.
I imagine that those things have probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 to 900 hit points and like 50 points of body armor.
That's pretty accurate.
It really depends where you hit him, honestly. How far up is this stupid panther?
Probably about 200 to 300 yards.
Throw the raptor!
You could try a fastball special with the raptor.
I'm not gonna throw my injured raptor.
That's just gonna kill the raptor. I think you need to throw things that have you can only fastball special something that has some degree of invulnerability, I'd imagine.
Wonder if you could lift an apatosaurus.
That's exactly what I was wondering. Can Stitch lift an apatosaurus?
Let me see how heavy an apatosaurus is.
Jesus.
This is gonna be the first object that Stitch has encountered that he's not able to lift.
What's your strength, Stitch?
His strength is amazing.
You can lift an apatosaurus.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Does she have to roll?
Look upon
Yes.
look upon my swollenness and despair.
You thought
Gaze upon my gains.
So
My inherent gains.
are you just doing like a Bowser throw where you grab it by the tail and like swing it around a couple times before letting it go?
Why yes, Colin. In fact, that is exactly what Stitch is going to do.
Man, you thought that you would hit your peak early with that Triceratops thing a few sessions ago, but no. All right, give me a strength roll.
All right. Strength?
Yes.
No whammies. Oh, mother.
You always spend karma when you throw an apatosaurus, Kit. Don't you know this?
Green.
All right.
Just
Wait, is this my apatosaurus?
It's the one. It's the.
Please say yes.
It's
Please
the
say yes.
one
Please
that
say
kicked
yes.
me.
No.
I'll leave it in Dan's hands.
Oh man.
Very capable
Please say
guy.
yes.
Oh,
Okay, how many apatosaurus
I
are there?
I want it to be yes so bad, but
Okay.
but it doesn't
fine.
make sense because it did kick. It did kick
Okay,
the
that's true.
raptor, and I established that Dante had calmed his.
I was
so.
gonna say make it random if you know how many there are.
No. Nope. Continuity must be held above all. All right. So I'm gonna see if this dinosaur hits the.
It's
All
a
right,
pretty
so-
big, it's a pretty big projectile.
An ominous shadow drops over the remaining Slash Panther as it turns to growl.
The panther turns to fight
And
and then looks up.
now, we as normal humans can't hope to fathom the thoughts that go through a Phyrexian's head. But I'm sure that in its last moments, the panther was thinking, well, that can't possibly be what it looks like. But it was, Panther. It was.
I'm envisioning now like the stream of consciousness last thoughts of the sperm whale.
Yeah.
Checker's Guide.
Yeah, well, and you've heard that you can't like hit the broadside of a barn, but you know you can hit something with a barn. Like,
Yes.
is that equally difficult to do if you are throwing the proverbial barn at something?
All right, so the Slash Panther is now deceased, stuck in several places to the side of this apatosaurus. The apatosaurus is scared and confused and wants to go home, but is otherwise unhurt. And the apatosauruses have scattered.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so there you go. That was that.
All right, Stitch
So-
runs over to. His,
I guess I should have said, Jesus Christ!
Stitch is gonna run over to his hurt raptor and check on it.
She's limping a little bit. She looks okay. She can definitely keep going, but she's gonna need some rest when this day is done.
I think Mordin's gonna come out and a little needle's gonna pop out of his wrist. He's gonna get some Metagel ready.
Oh, Stitch like instinctively like pulls his ears back and growls at Mordin.
I turn to Sid and say, so apparently not all of us got the message that we were favoring non-lethal tactics.
Stay away.
I mean,
I'd
there's
say-
probably some remains stuck to the side of that apatosaurus if you want to try to extract it.
If you wish for me to administer healthcare to your companion, then I must ask that you step aside.
Healthcare or doctor tricks?
Both?
Oh, he considers this.
Is this a rabbit in the Senate? What's going on here?
All right, he'll step aside.
All right. Is the raptor gonna like bite me or anything? I have a Metagel needle extended out of my arm in one hand, and I have a neural shock ready in my other, just in case.
The raptor sees the neural shock and has memories of the cattle prod that was used on it, and it crouches down low, sticks its head out, begins to growl, but is sort of looking at Stitch to see how Stitch is reacting and the cues that it should take from its rider.
He's kind of like doing a calm down motion with his hand. He's like, shh.
All right, so
Okay, eat after.
the raptor keeps baring its teeth and growling, but is making no move to fight back against Mordin.
Eat the doctor after he passes you up.
Exactly.
All right, so you're
Yeah.
administering Metagel to the raptor?
Yeah.
Very good. The raptor is fully healed. And I think that's your last dose of Metagel.
Is it? Let me take a look. Oh, yep. Wasted it on the stupid raptor. I wouldn't have done that if I had known.
Thank you, Colin.
Okay. So the Panthers...
Mordin thought that he had more, but then he just double-checked the vial and realized that it was in fact filled with the
Son
Dilophosaurus
of a
venom that he extracted earlier.
definitely want to clearly label this.
Nah, just rub some of this on that wound. It'll be fine.
All right, so the Slash Panther's chase has taken you definitely in the direction of the object that the League had come here to find. And the armored vehicle, while beat up and with some considerable dents in its front, is still very much workable. So you guys can continue on if you wish.
Roland is seriously starting to wonder how any of this shit is supposed to lead to the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
But I guess you just gotta follow the path of the beam.
Absolutely, man. Cause a wheel,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. Are we continuing along our way then?
Yeah, Stitch is gonna jump back onto the raptor.
How is Dante going now that his vehicle was blown up?
Oh shit!
I jumped into the Jeep next to Miss Croft.
Okay,
Next
so you
to Miss
shove.
Croft was my seat.
Yes, you shove Mordin out of the way.
I may or may not be in Mordin's lap now. I don't know.
Sexy.
I will retire to the back seat.
So Stitch is trying to ride on every dinosaur, and Dante is trying to sit on every member of his team. Apparently,
A much more achievable goal. Do it, Dante.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I think you're ahead in that race.
yeah. You all drive your way towards the forest edge that the panther was heading towards. The ground begins to very noticeably slope downward. Fortunately, you're able to go slowly but steadily enough that you're always in control of your vehicles. Had the Panthers made it here, you imagine that would have been a very different scenario. Eventually, you find yourselves near a stream that flows out over the edge of a 30-foot cliff in a small but dramatic waterfall.
Da-da-da-dun-dun.
Looking out, you can see the ocean is nearby. A cool breeze flows off of it, taking the edge off the muggy heat of the island. Down below you, on a large plateau of rock and mud, is what looks to be some sort of low rectangular structure made out of the same concrete as the other buildings in Jurassic Park. But this one has organic-looking patches of black metal growing at seemingly random spots on it.
Mm.
There are two obvious entrances into the building that you can
Those
see.
look familiar from somewhere.
They certainly do. So
I can't place it, though.
the two entrances that you can see from where you are, there's a metal door set into the front and a larger rolling door leading into some sort of extension behind it. The building is surrounded by a towering electric fence. This looks as though it was intended to perhaps be a holding pen for dinosaurs, although the only creatures visible within the fence right now are Phyrexians. There's about a half a dozen of them of varying sizes and shapes that are immediately visible, though it's possible there could be more inside the structure and in the surrounding area. So, you guys are free to do as you wish. If you want to examine the surrounding area, you can roll your choice of a reason, an intuition, or a psyche check. Each one will get you a different piece of information.
All right.
I want to roll psyche.
Okay.
Yellow.
Okay.
Mordin's more of a reason guy. I think that's what he's going to go with. Roll the 2. Got it
Great.
right.
And obviously, since Sterling Archer has perfect situational awareness, which cannot be taught, by the way, I will go with intuition.
Okay.
Did the NPCs get a roll or no? Just us.
Yeah, the NPCs can roll if you wish.
Okay, cool.
His intuition roll was a white.
Okay.
Zero's rolling reason and got what looks like is probably a white. Indeed it is. Great.
Lara's gonna roll intuition.
Okay.
Holy shit! She got a red.
Nice.
Intuitive.
Very.
So Stitch rolled on a reason and got a green.
Okay.
The raptor rolled on intuition and got a yellow.
Nice. What's Roland doing?
He rolled an intuition and got a white.
Okay. Stitch, as you are looking out upon this plateau and the structure that sits upon it, you can see that there are several piles of rock, each one about 10 feet high, that are around the interior perimeter of the fenced-in area. You can see that there are well-traveled paths between each of these piles and the central structure. You think that the Phyrexians must be digging into the rock directly beneath the building and then dumping the rock that they've excavated outside. The raptor is sort of fixated on something around the area, and Lara points out what it is. Essentially, there are several tracks in the area just around the outside perimeter of the fence. They crisscross multiple times, and all of them seem to have been made by the same creature, whose giant lizard or bird-like foot was easily large enough to crush a human. Whatever this creature was, it looks as though it repeatedly tried to get through the electric fence, judging by some significant damage to the fence at several places. Lara points out that this seems kind of unusual because most animals, if confronted by an electric fence, would usually leave it alone unless they had a particularly compelling reason to want to go inside. Dante, you can feel the presence of something old and magically powerful about 20 feet directly beneath the building.
Holy shit, you guys. They have Jeremy Irons' staff from the D&D movie, but with dinosaurs.
Oh my god, was he really in that?
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
You fucking kidding me?
Oh man.
He was awful.
Oh.
No way. He was the best part of that movie.
Oh, you're
And
full of
was
shit.
still awful. The best part of that movie was still awful.
Fair. That's fair.
Oh, man.
All right. What is your guys' plan now that you are facing this structure full of Phyrexians?
Well, first of all, the best part of the movie was the guy with the blue lips.
He was such a ham.
I know,
Such a
but he was
ham.
so great. He was so good. Anyway, continue.
All right.
The quantity of ham is what typically separates a good bad movie from a bad movie.
Do not let them escape, or you shall suffer a fate far worse than that which has been inflicted upon me.
And those terrible CGI snakes that came out of his ears. Oh, gosh.
those snakes.
I need to see this movie.
It's
clearly.
so bad.
You haven't seen it? Oh my god,
It's
the worst.
What is Jeremy Irons in it? At the very least, I can like not watch and just listen.
It has Jeremy Irons and Thora Birch and one of the fucking
One of the Wayans brothers?
One of the Wayans brothers.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
my
I
god,
forgot
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays a rogue. Oh, it's the first
Named Snails.
named snake.
Named Snails.
Oh.
That's right.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go all sneaky like. I was gonna say I'm gonna go commando, but I mean,
Phrasing.
I very well may be. Who knows what's going on underneath Mordin's armor? But yeah, no.
Who wants to know?
Who else is really good at stealth? Because I'm thinking like a little stealth division of our team would be good to like sneak.
That'd be me.
yeah.
Sterling Archer, secret agent. How you doing?
Zero doesn't have any skills listed.
I didn't give your NPCs any talents because I didn't want to like overburden you with a lot of complexity with these guys.
Yeah.
But I would
makes
imagine that. I mean, probably Roland and Lara would have stealth.
Yeah.
I don't think Zero is very stealthy.
Given how loud your like his footsteps are a lot of the time, I don't really.
And the fact that he's wearing like bright red armor in a jungle, you know.
Yeah.
Dante could do a diversion if necessary.
Okay. What we could have it seems like we could have a stealth team and then like the cavalry in case the stealth team gets caught.
Oh man, I'd be so good for either of those. I don't know which one to pick.
Yeah. Stitch doesn't have like stealth as a talent, but his agility is amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally
same-
amazing.
It is all the amazings.
Okay, it is actually the amazing because you can say like he has amazing agility or he has
Yeah.
amazing agility.
His agility is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember you trying to sneak through that fucking Triceratops field. Stitch.
The dice were not with him, but also I think the raptor would be decent at stealth. I mean, she is a clever girl. That's what they do.
I would actually give the raptor a bonus because it's like used to hunting in this jungle.
There you go. So yeah, I don't know. So both Stitch and the raptor can be on either team.
So in terms of my two characters, Mordin is on team stealth and Zero is on team cavalry.
Okay, so whichever team that Stitch and the raptor wind up on, they're going to be on there together.
Okay, which team do you want to be on?
Kind of want to be stealth.
Are you kidding? Kid, you're team cavalry. You are the cavalry.
Okay.
You throw dinosaurs.
Okay, Miles chose.
Given that you are literally mounted, that does technically make you cavalry.
I need a lance.
Gosh.
I need. Hold on.
You need a lance with the "When Dinosaurs Rule the Earth" banner like streaming from it.
Yeah, see if you can find like a discarded Triceratops horn or something.
Yeah, oh, I will.
Ow, like a tree branch, man. Like a big ass fucking. Anyway.
All right, so how about Archer and Roland and Dante and Lara?
Archer will be on stealth. Roland could do either, but I think he'd probably be better on cavalry.
Okay,
Dante's on cavalry, Lara's on stealth.
cool.
It's a good divide.
So we got
That's cool.
So we got 3 people on team stealth.
Gives Laura and Archer time to talk.
Oh, fuck!
More importantly, it gives Lara and Mordin some time to talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd
ship
rather go for that.
Morton's like gonna die soon. He's old.
Yeah.
He's like a really old.
Yeah.
All right.
For those of you who don't know, Solarians have a life expectancy of about 40 years. And I believe that, Mordin's in his 30s, so.
Jesus, you got one foot in the fucking coffin already, don't you?
Okay, so team stealth. So Mordin, Archer, and Lara.
Stealth.
Anyway, the three of you sneak down the ridge and eventually come up on the edge of the forest right in front of the electric fence. Now that you guys are up close, you can see those giant footprints that were apparently attempting to get into this enclosure, and you can see that they wander around and then eventually wander off in one direction into the jungle. The electric fence, now that you're this up close, you can hear buzzing. It's clearly still active. You haven't done anything yet that would allow you to be spotted by the Phyrexians milling about in the enclosure, but you can get a pretty good look at them now. What do you do?
What do they look like?
Look at
What
them.
kind of enemies?
So 3 of them are humanoid, but their shape is somewhat grotesque and out of proportion. So it's larger in some places and smaller in others. Like, it kind of looks like a skeleton wearing heavy plate armor. Its head features a dramatic helmet in the shape of a triangle split vertically, and there's a hole glowing with white light that yawns open between the bottom of its nose to where its collarbone would be. So it gives the impression of an immense and perpetually open mouth. So there's 3 of those. There's 3 of them where their posture is somewhat gorilla-like, with most of its weight resting on its knuckles, but the body proportions are even more exaggerated, so its arms are almost as big around as its torso is, but its legs are short and skinny. The whole thing is the color of corroded copper, with a hide that looks to be made out of something between like a pachyderm's hide and metal. So there's 3 of those. And then finally, there's 2 creatures that are about horse-sized. They kind of resemble a skeletal hound, but the bone structures are very, very thick and strong-looking, and feature vicious-looking bone spurs at several of the joints. The skull, though, bears little resemblance to that of a dog's. It has no real eyes to speak of, and a mouth that's more like a viciously curved beak. So 8 in total.
Are they just like hanging out? What are they doing? They playing cards or?
They're sort of patrolling around. Yeah, you can see that the ones with the giant glowing mouth holes seem to be like examining the surrounding area. But yeah, by and large, it looks like they're just sort of posted as guards or lookouts.
You know, you never see Phyrexians on break. They like really,
Yeah.
they really need a union.
How is the fence broken? Like, does
It's
it
not-
look like the fence from Jurassic Park, the movie?
Yes.
So it's not broken, right? Something tried to get through, but it's all still standing and all still electrified. There aren't any holes in it, right?
Correct. There are areas where it looks like it was damaged, but it's still functional.
Okay.
How can we take the fence and put it on top of the Phyrexians and electrocute them?
Can throw an electric fence at them?
How do we lure them onto the electric fence?
I mean, we can throw them at the electric fence.
What do Phyrexians like? Do they like ice cream? Do they like pizza?
They like to make everything Phyrexians.
Maybe you guys could taunt them with a game of Don't Whiz on the electric fence and see how long it takes.
I was trying to find a way to weasel one of those jokes into this at some point, so.
Is there any way through the fence? Is there a door? Is there a gate?
There is a gate. It looks like it's probably like remote operated, so there's not really like a physical like latch or anything.
I'm assuming it's closed.
It is closed.
Could I hack
and
it?
You could attempt to hack into it, yes.
Okay.
And the fence is how high?
So
How high would you guys say the fence in Jurassic Park is? Maybe like 30 feet, 40 feet?
I'm gonna say like 2 feet,
Like-
something like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
3 feet.
It's more like a ditch, really.
I mean, they're trying to keep in like the tallest fucking things that roam the planet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's probably about 40 feet tall.
All right.
I think best option. I mean, if the gate's remote activated and it can like receive radio signals or whatever, I can probably see if I can trigger it with my Omni tool using my like hacking wizardry stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay,
Hacking.
give me a reason check with a bonus for technology.
Okay, reason is amazing. Plus technology makes it monstrous. And I rolled a mighty 16, which is a white.
Okay. Yeah, you're not able to hack into this thing. You're not sure if you're just not getting it, or maybe this thing just operates on a level that's like just too primitive for you to access, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason you're not able to interface with the opening mechanism for the gate.
Yep. Can't hack into a combination lock.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, I just pointed my Omni tool at it and nothing happened. So that's my one thing I can do.
I mean,
Do we want to say?
I could shoot it. Should I shoot it?
I mean, we could try to like shut down the power. We could try to. Can we get over it vertically? None of us can like super awesome jump. I'm trying to think of our
I mean,
options.
speak for yourself.
Do like the sources of electricity for these types of fences, are they ever located outside of the fence?
You would have no way of knowing that.
We can look
I'm
around.
just asking me as Kit to the other players.
Wait, Lara. See if you can find some like improbable set of handholds that you might be able to jump and like platform across. I'm gonna look around for a power source.
Okay, roll me a. I'm gonna say intuition plus perception.
Oh wait, I have perception. All right. No.
You got a white?
Yeah.
Can Lara try and save our day by spotting it?
No, because I wasn't rolling to see if Archer noticed a power source. So Archer heads off into the jungle, seeing if there's a remote power source for the electric fence that he can shut down.
And he was never heard from again.
And as he's weaving his way through the trees, looking around, he suddenly hears a low and very loud growl. He more like feels it in his chest than hears it with his ears. And looking up, you can see the source of those footprints that was going around the exterior of the fence. There is what is unmistakably a Tyrannosaurus Rex standing over you. Its head is pointing at you.
Awesome.
You're not sure if it's seen you yet, but it's very, very large and super awesome. What do you do, Archer?
I don't think a ladle is gonna work for this one. Just letting you know.
Yeah, maybe would Archer know that bullshit about like the movement and the sight?
Archer already knows that it is bullshit. I cited it, I believe, in the last episode.
Good, Archer.
Was it that or the no? That was the raptor thing, actually.
No, I think you mentioned it.
Did I mention it? Okay,
But
anyway.
But it's not bullshit because we're in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't know it's bullshit. You haven't seen a T-Rex. You don't know, Kit.
Let's not get into the way his sight works in animals.
The only thing I have to say to you, Colin, about seeing a T-Rex is, did you not? Okay. Well, I believe that this is Archer's cue to flee.
Okay.
Running back and forth in a serpentine pattern.
Serpentine!
So, Archer, as you turn and begin running, like you're almost knocked off your feet by this thing's footsteps as it begins to pursue you. You can hear it begin to growl and roar as it's coming after you.
Are there any immediate features of the land around me that stand out as offering some other option beyond running in a straight line?
Well, so you could try to head back in the direction of the compound. You could try to head for the cliff that overlooks the ocean. You could try to go up a tree. You could try to climb up the cliff up to where the cavalry team is waiting. Those are the most immediately obvious, but I'm open to other suggestions.
I'm going to go to the cliff that overlooks the ocean.
Okay. Mordin and Lara both hear the sound of the roar coming from nearby, and I'm going to say that Team Cavalry up on the cliff sees like something very large moving through the trees, and you can hear the distant sound of something roaring, and perhaps the most distant sound of Archer screaming serpentine over and over again.
Well, serpentine maybe for a minute, but more frequently, more along the lines of, "This is so awesome! I'm running from a T-Rex!"
Okay, so you're making your way toward the cliff?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to say roll me... if you want to try to be more evasive, I'll let you roll agility plus improved dodge. If you want to just try to outpace this thing, you can roll endurance plus athletics.
I will roll agility plus improved dodge.
Okay.
And that is a yellow.
Excellent. So you managed to duck and dive beneath low-hanging tree branches and around this thing's occasional snaps of its jaws when it gets close to you. And eventually you come to the edge of a cliff. You go into like a baseball player's slide and...
No.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. No. You go right ahead, sir.
So, first things first, as I approach the cliff, I turn around. I don't exactly turn around, but I half turn around with my pistol and shoot at it a few times.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some
at least one.
Roll some agility plus guns.
How far away is this all happening from the rest of the group?
You guys can just the cavalry can just sort of see the movements in the jungle below, but you can't really make out specifically what's happening.
How many shots can I take?
I'll say you can take, just make one roll, and then depending on how well you do, that'll be how many shots you land.
All right, cool. So that is a yellow, I think.
Okay, I'll say you managed to hit this thing twice.
Agility plus ranged, yeah, yellow.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully enraging it. At which point I am going to drop the gun, run full speed for the cliff, and jump over the edge.
Okay, great. So Archer, as you are firing at this thing, you happen to notice that there are a number of scars kind of along its snout and its body that suggest that it was probably trying to, like, repeatedly try to take down this electric fence. Like, it clearly wants to go inside that compound. But okay, so you turn and you leap over the side of the cliff. So this is a much longer drop than you initially thought.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm turning in midair and firing my grappling gun at the face of the cliff.
Okay, do me some agility plus guns.
Karma. So yeah, I'll spend the 20 karma to get that to red.
Excellent. Yeah, you managed to snag the grappling hook so that it's just low enough that the T-Rex can't get it. But you managed to swing into an almost graceful stop and end up with your feet up against the cliff's edge as the T-Rex roars in frustration down at you.
So it doesn't run over the edge of the cliff because it was enraged?
No, it does not.
Oh, damn. Come on, can I roll for that?
Mordin and Lara.
But it was enraged.
No, it does not run over the edge of the cliff.
But enraged.
Yes, it is. It's very, very angry. Mordin and Lara, you guys are hearing a lot of this. You're hearing the gunshots, you're hearing the stomping and the roaring, and probably the screaming. What do you do?
Run towards it, obviously.
I'm gonna duck into some jungle and wait to see how the Phyrexians respond.
Okay, cool. You can give me a stealth roll for that.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to abandon their post so that we can slip in or something.
Okay, and Lara, you said you are investigating?
Well, after hearing Mordin's extremely reasonable and logical thing, I'm going to do the same.
Okay, so Lara can make a stealth roll as well. I'll say that she has 1 rank of stealth, so you can roll at agility plus 1.
Mordin got a green.
Lara got a red.
Nice. So at hearing the sounds of chaos from nearby, the Phyrexians sort of seem to have a brief meeting, and then it looks like about half of them gather together and approach the gate, which begins to open up as they do so. They are indeed heading out of the compound in search of whatever that noise is.
Well, I'm going to trust that this is one of those gates that after people walk through it, sort of stays open for a long time and then very slowly starts to shut. So
right.
That way, after they clear out of the way and walk into the jungle, I can run and do a slide through the closing blast doors.
Okay. No, you already made your stealth roll. So I'll say that, you and Lara, if you wish, can both slip inside the compound before the door closes behind you.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right. So you guys are now in the yard, inside the electric fence. And looking around, you can see that there's maybe only a small handful of Phyrexians. They haven't noticed you yet. They're still milling about in other areas of the yard. What do you want to do?
Are there any other ways into the compound apart from through this one entrance? Are there windows or anything?
Yes, there are several large windows set at ground level leading into the building.
Can we jimmy one?
They're not designed to open. They're just observation windows.
Unjimmyable, you say?
Yes.
Does any building look super important as in a control center?
There's only one building in here. It does have an extension in the back, which kind of looks like maybe a garage or some sort of ancillary building. But
an armory with rocket launchers?
I mean, possibly. Who's to say? That's what this place is looking like.
So how many Phyrexians are guarding the door now?
Let's see. So there were 8 in here originally. So I'm going to say that 4 remain. I'm going to say that it's just 2 of the ones with the giant glowing mouths and 2 of the kind of gorilla-looking ones.
Ugh, I wonder if me and Lara can take them.
Nope. I think that's too many.
Okay.
Are we in line of sight of the cavalry at all?
You could be. You'd have to maneuver yourselves around a little bit, but you could get there.
It would be great to signal them, because then they could create a secondary distraction to pull even more of them away from the door. Hopefully all of them. That'd be good, yeah. Do we want to shoot up the proverbial flare saying that we need help, or what?
Oh man, I have such a good distraction in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't have a way of communicating, do we?
Not really.
I'm sure Lara has flares, though.
No!
I mean, I can shoot and incinerate in the air if we need a flare. I just want something that the Phyrexians weren't going to see. Because the whole thing is that we don't want them to notice us. We want them to only notice the cavalry. Can the cavalry look at us from where they are?
Again, you guys would have to reposition yourselves, but theoretically that's possible.
Okay.
What if I got on top of the roof? I could do that.
I mean, yes, that would be a way for you to get noticed by them.
Yeah, I'll do the little make my hands into a little platform and give Laura a little boost.
So you guys are not near the structure right now, so you're going to have to make another stealth check to get close enough.
Okie doke.
Okay. So, Archer, from where you're hanging, you can see that the T-Rex, from your rather limited vantage point, looks as though it's being attacked by the Phyrexians and is eating them by the handful, is just, going crazy on these things.
It's not very much, because T-Rexes have very tiny hands.
Yes, also true.
Please lead it back to the gate.
So they are currently kind of mutually distracting each other.
Okay, well, that sounds like a good time to climb back up.
All right, cool. So you are beginning to reposition yourself vertically.
Yes.
Mordin and Lara, how did you guys' stealth rolls go?
Mordin got a green.
Okay.
Ooh, 76. What is that?
76 is
Yellow.
almost certainly a yellow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the two of you managed to make it over to the compound itself, and it's low enough that you're able to climb onto the roof using each other for support. So you are on the roof of the compound, well within sight, well within eyesight of the cavalry, which is still up on the cliff.
Mordin is not at all sexually interested in Laura, but kind of wants to hit on her just to piss off his companions. Out of spite.
I wanna take my one of my shiny guns and kind of use the sunlight to glint off of it.
Oh, I like it.
Into the cavalry's eyes.
So Team Cavalry, which is Zero, Stitch, Roland, Dante, and the Raptor, you guys notice that, well, Archer apparently has disappeared, but Lara and Mordin have climbed on top of the structure and are signaling you.
Okay.
I like that Stitch is the leader of the cavalry. This seems entirely appropriate.
Stitch is gonna quickly climb up to the top of a really tall tree, and pull up his boomerang.
I was hoping you'd start waving your banner.
Oh, no, he's gonna do the same glinty thing right back at her.
Okay.
He's a very fast learner.
Okay.
So yeah, he's signaling back, saying that he sees them basically.
Okay.
And
Lara.
God.
He's a reasonably fast learner.
Lara's signaling intensifies.
Stitch is so proud of himself. Also, I just want to point out, I don't know how possible it is for two people opposite each other to signal each other with the same sunlight, just based on angle of light and such.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, fuck you and your logic. We're talking about dinosaurs that got brought back DNA and shit.
Yep, fair point.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Stitch gets it. All right, so he's gonna clamber back down.
Mordin instructs Laura how to signal zero using binary.
Okay, so
it takes a really long time to send any message.
And the signaling was very intense. So all right. Cut to camera positioned from the Phyrexians' point of view, looking out into the jungle. And the raptor walks out of the forest with a cute little grass skirt on. and then Stitch jumps out on top of the raptor, also with a cute grass skirt on, and begins to hula.
Wait! We still have the armored truck, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm in the driver's seat of that, and while that's happening, I'm rooming, and I'm gonna run over some Phyrexians.
Okay.
Yeah, let him look at this lovely hula distraction.
So as this is happening,
God's name is happening.
As this is happening, Roland is fastening his seatbelt inside the truck and says, Glad I didn't draw the short straw. As the Phyrexians watch this stunning display of hulamanship.
Shout out to Lion King.
Yes.
Timon and Pumbaa.
It's a crossover between The Lion King and Lilo and Stitch, which I think is very appropriate. There's a horrific roar like the gates of hell opening as the armored truck comes half barreling, half flying out of the forest, cutting down the electric fence in one fell swoop, and the camera freeze frames with the armored truck hanging in the air, heading straight for the Phyrexians. And that is game.
Perfect.
Are you gonna
In
do
the
the
strangest and most
Dukes
dramatic way possible, that is game.
of Hazzard? Are you gonna do the Dukes of Hazzard outro narration? Come on.
Looks like them league boys got themselves into a real kettle of fish. I don't know, that's terrible.
I love
That's really
that.
terrible.
Yeah, that's bad. That was really bad.
Oh
You
my-
should be ashamed
I'm
of
gonna
yourself.
keep fucking using kettle of fish from now on.
Kettle of
I'm not.
Fish come in kettles.
I'm pretty sure that's what Jesus made, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He had to feed the poor people. He made a kettle of
I'm not
fish.
saying
Is
it's
that-
unrealistic. I'm saying, what does it mean to be in a kettle of fish?
Well, that's why I think it means to be, godlike.
Look, Kit. Kit, if I were to put you in a kettle of fish, would you be happy?
Are they alive or dead? Because that's a
Does it
huge-
matter?
Yes. Yes.
I think either way you wouldn't be happy. Like, you'd be varying degrees of unhappy.
A kettle?
But, like, yeah.
With
How
live
big is the
fish in
kettle?
it?
Like, not that big, and, like, pretty dark and maybe boiling.
Okay, see,
Oh, that
this
kinda
is
kettle.
all important information. If it's not boiling and these are live fish, I have fish friends. I'm happy. But if they're like dead or anything else besides live fish, happy fish, no, don't put me in a kettle.
They're happy because they are piranha and they are eating you as they die.
That's not how piranha
Fish
works.
friends.
These are cartoon piranha.
Okay.
What the hell are you, kid? Like metalhead Aquaman? What's going on here?
All right, well, I guess that's it for tonight.
Metalhead Aquaman. That's my new band name.
Extraordinary League is produced by Miles Schneiderman, with logo design by Colin Mulkerin.
Special thanks to Kevin MacLeod for our theme song, which is called Motherload. You can find his works at www.incompetech.com.
You can follow the Smash Fiction Podcast on Twitter at SmashFicPodcast and search for us on Facebook and Tumblr.
Subscribe on iTunes, and if you leave us a good review, we shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
If you have any suggestions, feedback, or other contributions, send them to us at smashfictionpodcast@gmail.com and help us continue the fight.
Can people hear me eating hot Cheetos?
Yes.
Dan's
Dan-
typing right now, so I imagine this is not going to make it in.
Kid, I assume always that you're eating while we podcast.
Yep.
And
Hot
soda
Cheetos or
water.
chocolate or
Yeah.
whatever.
And also, yes, I could.
Oh man. Trying to be quiet about it. This mic is too good.
It adds
Well, let
to
me
the
put it this way.
atmosphere. It's okay.
I knew you were eating something. I couldn't identify what it
Yeah,
was.
couldn't tell if it was hot Cheetos or regular Cheetos.